The story begins with a child opening his eyes for the very first time, only to find himself trapped inside a dark, suffocating space. He has no idea where he is or how he got there. Slowly, the truth sinks in. He has been reincarnated into a completely new world. Just as confusion starts to overwhelm him, a faint, glowing light appears in front of him. Cracks begin forming around his surroundings, and moments later he realizes something shocking. He is not in a room at all. He's in the middle of a forest. Then an unfamiliar voice echoes in his mind. A system announcement declares that the Dragon Egg has unlocked a new function called Divine Voice. The Divine Voice begins communicating with him, explaining parts of his stats and where he currently exists. Desperate for answers, he asks, "Where am I? What's my name?" But the Divine Voice responds coldly, saying its level is too low to provide that information. Now he understands the harsh reality. He's stuck in this world with no guidance, no knowledge of his powers, and no clear direction. He bombards the Divine Voice with questions, but it refuses to reveal anything useful. With no other choice, he jumps. That simple action unlocks a new skill: fall resistance. Rolling down terrain, he eventually reaches a riverbank. When he looks at his reflection, the truth becomes undeniable. He has been isekai'd into this world as a dragon egg. As the Divine Voice levels up slightly, it finally reveals more information. Dragon eggs are ranked F in this world. If his shell breaks too early, he dies instantly. Worse, dragon eggs are considered a delicacy among creatures. Almost everything in this world wants to eat him. Fear grips him, but then he reassures himself. Eventually, he will hatch. A new skill unlocks: rolling. He starts rolling around repeatedly, leveling it up from level 1 to level 2. But in the process, he accidentally tumbles down a massive mountain. When he stops, his HP is down to just 3 points. Panic sets in. He does not want to die this soon, so he decides to rest. During the night, his HP fully recovers. The next morning, determined and slightly optimistic, he decides to explore this world properly. He thinks to himself, "I may be an egg now, but what if I hatch into an overpowered dragon?" As he moves forward, he encounters a strange worm-like monster. He uses appraisal, and the system announces that this creature is called an egg eater. Its favorite food is dragon eggs. Terror floods his tiny existence. He rolls away as fast as possible while the egg eater chases him relentlessly. Fighting is not an option. He has no real combat abilities yet. His rolling skill reaches level 5, but exhaustion begins to set in. They reach the top of a cliff. The egg eater leaps in for the kill. At the last second, the dragon egg dodges and slams into the monster's stomach, knocking it off the cliff. The creature falls to its death. The system announces that he has reached level 5. He can now evolve. 2 options appear before him: baby dragon or little dragon. He knows nothing about either. Thankfully, the Divine Voice explains. Little dragons are small and never grow larger, but they possess an incredibly powerful ability called fire breath. Baby dragons, on the other hand, have multiple species and forms and the potential to grow stronger. However, their meat is considered delicious, making them prime hunting targets. Thinking carefully, he chooses the safer option: evolve me into a little dragon. But the system interrupts with a taunt. Weak individuals choose little dragon. Strong individuals choose baby dragon. That hits his pride. Without thinking further, he selects baby dragon. In an instant, the shell cracks open. The egg shatters completely. He hatches into a small yellow baby dragon. His stats increase dramatically, although his HP and mana remain limited. Seeing the corpse of the worm triggers his dragon instincts. Hunger takes over. In seconds, he devours the entire body and falls asleep. The next morning, he wakes up feeling refreshed and energized. When he looks at his reflection in the river, he realizes something else. He remembers nothing about his past life. Suddenly, he senses movement behind him. Multiple egg eaters have arrived, but this time, things are different. He's stronger now. One by one, he eliminates them all. His level rises rapidly. 2 new abilities unlock: Baby Breath and Dragon Punch. Hunger strikes again. He refuses to eat the disgusting worms. Then he notices mushrooms nearby and eats them instead. Big mistake. They are poisonous. His mouth burns in pain. Regretting his choice, he ventures deeper into the forest in search of proper food. That is when he encounters a gray wolf. Using appraisal, he realizes the wolf's stats are far superior to his. Even so, he attacks first. He unleashes Dragon Breath, then follows up with Dragon Punch, finally defeating the wolf. He grills the meat using his breath and takes a bite. It is delicious. Later that evening, he encounters another gray wolf. This time, he defeats it more easily. By the end of the fight, his level reaches 20. Once he reaches level 25, he will be able to evolve again. After finishing his meal, he suddenly feels something missing. As he chews on the meat, a thought crosses his mind. This world feels empty. Maybe he should make some friends here. While he is lost in that thought, he hears strange voices behind him. He cannot understand the language at all, but he immediately realizes one thing. Those voices belong to humans. Excitement rushes through him. Looks like I just found some new friends. He quietly sneaks into the forest and hides behind a tree. Peeking out, he sees a group of adventurers walking out into the open. His heart fills with hope. At the very least, maybe they can keep me as a pet, he thinks. Trying his best to look adorable, he slowly approaches them. But the adventurers do not see a cute baby dragon. They see a monster. Without hesitation, one of them casts Slash Magic. The attack strikes him directly, leaving him badly wounded. Before he can even recover, another adventurer uses Number Magic, freezing his body in place. He cannot move at all. Is this really how it ends? I still had so much to do in this world. Tears begin forming in his eyes. Then suddenly a girl steps forward. Instead of attacking him, she uses healing magic. Warm energy flows through his body as his wounds begin to close. Surprised, he uses his own magic to analyze her. He learns that she is a healer named Maria. What shocks him even more is that she barely has any mana points left, yet she still chose to heal him. For the first time since coming to this world, he feels something genuine. Gratitude. But before the moment can settle, a horrifying scream echoes through the forest. Maria instantly recognizes it. It is the voice of her friends. She starts running toward the sound, but the baby dragon blocks her path. He senses something is wrong. The presence ahead is not normal. It feels dangerous, extremely dangerous. Maria does not hesitate. Without saying a word, she rushes forward to save her companions. The baby dragon clenches his tiny claws. If she is going, then he has to protect her. He dashes after her. When they finally arrive, the scene is devastating. A massive dragon stands before them. Not an ordinary dragon. A rock-type dragon. A C-rank monster. The creature has already severely injured Maria's companions, and when its eyes lock onto the baby dragon, pure fear takes over him. He jumps back instinctively to save himself, but the stone dragon swings again. The baby dragon barely manages to escape into the bushes. His heart pounds violently. What kind of nightmare did I walk into? The stone dragon is overwhelmingly powerful. From the bushes, he spots Maria lying on the ground. His eyes lock onto her HP bar. She is not dead yet, but she will be soon. The stone dragon begins moving toward her to finish the job. There is no time to think. The baby dragon steps out of hiding. The divine voice urgently warns him not to go. If he fights, he will die, but this time he ignores it. He charges forward without hesitation. Using his rolling ability, he repeatedly slams into the stone dragon's body, but the massive creature barely reacts. It is like throwing pebbles at a mountain. Around him, the battlefield grows silent. The other adventurers are already dead. The mage from the Adventurer Guild, a man named Granz, has fallen. Only Doss, the attacker who previously struck the baby dragon, is barely alive with 5 HP remaining. The stone dragon retaliates, striking the baby dragon again. With no other option, he keeps attacking over and over with his rolling ability. He refuses to stop. The stone dragon finally grows irritated. With a roar, it slams the ground. A massive area attack erupts outward. The impact sends shockwaves through the battlefield, and the baby dragon is thrown back violently, severely injured once again.